On the sidelines of the ongoing Africa CEO Forum in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, the Deputy CEO of the Lagos Free Trade Zone, Tejaswi Av, spoke to Arise News and said Nigeria has the potential to replicate private sector-led free trade zones similar to Lagos, but that potential faces the hurdle of not all states having access to a deep seaport like Lagos. He also spoke about the importance of the Africa CEO Forum and the importance of free trade zones to Africa's economic development.
These kind of forums give a fantastic opportunity for both the public and the private sector brains to come together in a mixing bowl and bounce off ideas each other, discuss the problems and face them to arrive at the most practicable solutions to deal with what Africa needs at this point in time. So I think I really appreciate the opportunity to meet the best leaders from the African continent, from different parts of different sectors, different businesses. And I think these kind of events are very important to allow a free flow and exchange and diffusion of ideas. So free trade zones, I think in my view, are one of the most important element that can start the industrialization in a country that is not traditionally looked at as a favorable destination. Nigeria is a case in point where the free zone framework has been in place since 1992 for over 30 years. And it provides a very stable legislative framework for international companies to come into Lagos without having to worry about the usual concerns about ability to repatriate their capital with the appreciation, ability to function in an oasis of calm where the market is otherwise perceived to be rather chaotic. So in that context, I think free zones provide a very compelling case to drive the industrialization and the increasing need to enhance the manufacturing base in African countries. Just to give you a quick background about our journey as Tolaram, we are traditionally, we were into manufacturing and distribution of FMCG products. We are the largest FMCG manufacturer in Nigeria today that employs more than 16,000 people, have more than 24 factories all over the country. But about 20 years ago, we decided to diversify into the infrastructure space. And the first project that we embarked upon was the Lekki Deep Sea Port, which was supposed to be then the deepest seaport of Nigeria, with a draft that can handle vessels 4 times as big that come to Nigeria today. So it took us almost 20 years of journey to realize that project and take it to its successful commercial start of operations. And today we are very happy that we have started receiving commercial vessels at the Lekki Deep Sea Port just about 6 to 8 weeks ago. So now we are turning our focus into the adjoining area that we are developing around the Lekki Port, into a world-class industrial zone. That industrial zone is called Lagos Free Zone. And just to give you an example of how Lagos Free Zone has been instrumental in attracting investments into Nigeria. So today we have more than $2.5 billion of deployed investments inside the free zone. We have more than 25 registered companies with more than 4,000 direct jobs and about 15,000 indirect jobs that we have generated over the last 10 years. And all of this happened even while the Lekki Port project was still under construction. So the case in point is free zones truly can gear up the investment inflow into a country if you are able to provide the right kind of investment climate with the right kind of industrial infrastructure, which we are painstakingly doing within the Lagos Free Zone. So is there potential for more private sector free zones to flourish in Nigeria and other parts of Africa? Absolutely yes. But is there enough momentum happening in that area? I won't say a thumping yes, because today there are about 42 or 43 industrial zones in Nigeria. Only half of them are fully operational, but none of them other than the Lagos Free Zone has access to a deep sea port, which is very important for free zones that are focused on not just importing raw materials, but also using that as a base to export from Nigeria into the outside world. So a lot can still be done, but we are very happy with the progress that we have made so far.